Hi guys and welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to make a bloody red velvet cake, perfect for Halloween. I've tried many different recipes for a red velvet cake and I feel like this one is perfect. So first we're going to start by souring the milk. So into 240 milliliters of milk, put 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. The vinegar will help sour the milk, almost turning it into like buttermilk, but it also helps the baking powder to rise later on, giving you a fluffier cake. So just leave the milk to the side, just to sour for a little bit, and into a stand mixer we're going to put 90 grams of soft butter. Give that a little whip till it starts turning a paler colour before adding in 250 grams of sugar. Beat that together for a little bit longer, then add in 2 whole eggs, one at a time. Then add a touch of vanilla extract and the soured milk now that we've left it for about 10 minutes. You want to add it in fairly slowly so the mixture doesn't split. Same with the vegetable oil, and we're going to be adding 150 milliliters of that. Now for the dry ingredients, sift through 250 grams of plain flour, 30 grams of cocoa powder, a good pinch of salt, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Then just run it through the sieve just to get rid of all them lumps. Now using a whisk, as I find it easier than a spatula, we're pouring in the dry mixture bit by bit as to not create lumps. Then we're adding our red food colouring. You can add as much as you want, but it doesn't take much for it to go a really rich pinkish red colour. Then grease up your tins with butter and dust them with flour just to stop the cake sticking. To be honest, I did not quite enough mixture for 3 separate tins, so I would suggest just using 2. But make sure the flour's all the way around the inside of the tins before splitting the mixture across the 3. Then just give them a little tap and into a preheated oven at 180 degrees for about 20 to 25 minutes. Or until inserted a skewer comes out fairly clean. Then just let them cool on a rack for about 10 minutes before removing them from the tins and further cooling on that rack till completely cold. So while we're waiting for them to cool, we'll get on with the chocolate ganache. Into a bowl, break up 125 grams of white chocolate. To that, add 40 grams of dark chocolate. Then, 60 grams of heavy cream. Oh, yeah, just a touch more. Yeah, that was 60, perfect. Then no messing around, straight into the microwave, 20-second intervals. Keep mixing it round so they make sure that chocolate does not burn until you get a nice silky smooth chocolate. Then to that, add your food colouring, make it a nice bloody red. And we're going to leave that to come back down to room temperature before using. And then for the frosting, into a stand mixer, we're going to throw in 115 grams of soft butter, followed by 600 grams of cream cheese, 300 grams of powdered sugar, a touch of vanilla extract, and we're going to whip it all together till it's nice, smooth and silky. Now it's all cooled, it's time to assemble, and as you can see, my cakes are a little bit thin. This recipe would be perfect for 2 good-sized cake tins. But it didn't make too much difference anyway, because this cake is pretty damn good. So just slather on a load of that cream cheese filling, put on the next layer and slather on another load of it again. Make sure you get all the way to the edges, and then with the outside layer, I like to start on the top, in the middle, and push it to the outside and let it slightly fall around the edges, all the while guiding it with my spatula. Try and get in all the cracks just so we don't see any of the red shining through from the outside, and just finish it off with a pastry scraper or a palette knife, something with a flat edge just to get that nice neat finish. Don't go pouring your blood chocolate all over your cake just yet. You need to stick it in the freezer for at least 20 minutes. You need that outside to be slightly set. But with the cake at almost freezing and the chocolate at room temperature, when you pour it on you can see it just slowly dripping down the sides. You spread it about a little bit just to make sure it's fully covered the top, and down the sides you can see it's dripping like blood. And to finish this off, we're going to stab it with a knife. Make it look like it's actually bleeding. Who said red velvet has to be for Valentine's Day? This is like the easiest Halloween cake you could ever have. And obviously when you go to cut, you've already got a knife right there. That's a little bit handy. And I have to tell you, I've tried about 10 different red velvet cake recipes and none of them worked out. This was the best one. You really do need to try this. And on that note, if you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe for more videos in the future. If you want to support the channel, try and check out my Patreon page. And remember, just keep cooking.